to be able to just make a choice on your own and just be able to speak for yourself.
This one's wife. Future faking. You'll see the children. Hello. I'm H.G. Tudor. Future faking is a common manipulation used by narcissists. Put simply, it is the use of something that will occur in the future that is used to control the now. Remember, the narcissist must have control in the instant, in this moment. They may also need to draw fuel in this moment. Therefore, their narcissism is designed to focus on what is happening now, not yesterday and not tomorrow. But the narcissism is allowed to use what happened yesterday to control the now, bringing up the past, or to use a future event, a future occurrence, to control the now, and that is future faking. The reason that it is so often used is that it is very simple. It's a matter of words. As I've made very clear to you on previous occasions, the narcissist needs to get to the prime aims. That is the destination. And there are lots of different ways, lots of different routes to market, if you will, for the narcissist to get to those prime aims. Some may require the expenditure of effort, energy, time, money, and other resources. Often, however, the narcissism causes the narcissist to seek out those prime aims with the minimum of effort, energy, time, cost, and use of resources. And this means talking about things rather than doing them. And it is a standard thread of the behavior of the narcissist that over time you will see that they do a lot of talking and not a lot of doing. That's because the talking is easy to do and gets them to the prime aims. In the same way, if you needed a pint of milk, you would go to your nearest store to obtain it, or possibly, if one exists, have a milkman deliver it. What you wouldn't do is drive to your international airport, get on a plane, fly to another continent, hire a car or get in a taxi at the other end, go to a supermarket in that country, purchase the milk, and then do the journey in reverse. Why? They'd be pointless. Yes, you're still getting a bottle of milk. You're still getting that pint of milk. But you're investing a lot of resources to achieve something which can just be simply done by going to your nearest convenience store. Thus, if the narcissism can attain the prime aims by talking about something rather than doing it, that's what happens. And similarly, if the narcissism can achieve the prime aims by talking about something and not necessarily delivering on it, then that's what will happen. Accordingly, you will often get the narcissist talking about, "I can't wait to marry you," or "I can't wait for us to move in together." "I can't wait for you to be my husband or my wife. I want us to have children together. Imagine what it would be like." When the narcissist talks about such events, they are major events in anybody's life. Living together, getting married, having a child together. They are fairly fundamental life events. And the impact on the victim is that when these are spoken about, and this is invariably done quite early on in the relationship, when the love bombing is being undertaken, it makes that victim feel special. Accordingly, bowled over by the fact that this person that they've not known for that long wants to live with them, wants to get married to them, wants to go on holiday with them, wants to have a child with them, they feel special. And thus they respond in a favourable fashion, which results in them demonstrating they're under control, tick, and they provide a hefty amount of positive fuel, tick. Thus the narcissist has got what they need in the moment, and all they had to do was talk about something that might happen in the future. Now, some of you will be thinking, well, that's all very well, HG, but surely there comes a point where the victim asks, "Why haven't you married me? When are you going to do it? When are we going to have children?" etc. You'd be right. Certain victims do question that, and the narcissist will deflect. Questioning them about why they've not done something is a threat to control, and accordingly the narcissism will compel them to say, "Oh, I still want to marry you, but finances haven't been too good as of late, as you know." And that may well be accurate, and therefore it has the air of plausibility about it, and thus the victim backs down. Sometimes the explanation doesn't have that plausibility, but often it will do so, which causes the victim to quieten down. It allows the future faking to continue. Future faking, of course, can occur at any point in the narcissistic dynamic, and it's not just used in relation to an intimate partner. Future faking can be used to a colleague, for instance, talking about how you're going to get that promotion. I need you to really kick ass in relation to this quarter's sales figures, and then you'll be knocking on the door of the promotion. But the promotion doesn't come. The employee or colleague wonders why. It was a good performance, but we just needed this bit more, so let's see how you get on in this next quarter. More future faking. There are, of course, instances where the victim becomes fed up of the future faking and realises there isn't going to be delivery, and that may cause them to walk away from the relevant relationship. But there, the narcissist will issue a preventative hoover, trying to stop it happening, and in some instances will then deliver on what had hitherto been faked, because at that juncture, the narcissism recognises that it is worthwhile investing that time and effort to deliver on what they had promised in order to get to the prime aims. But a lot of the time, it's all about the future faking, because that's the easiest thing to do. And we have an example of that issued by This One's Wife. InStyle magazine, through Lara Walsh, reports Archie and Lilibet may make a rare appearance alongside Prince Harry and This One's Wife soon. Lilibet and Archie have not been seen for some time, which of course causes many of those who believe that they don't exist to continue to point to the fact that, look, they don't exist, we never see them. This One's Wife, of course, utilises her children as a means to get to the prime aims. Nothing is sacred when it comes to the narcissist in achieving that. And the article explains that the Wales' kids memorably captured viewers' hearts with their hilarious antics at the Trooping the Colour in June. And now, their cousins, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, could also be getting their own moment in the spotlight. Unlike Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Loose Cannon Louis, Prince Harry and This One's Wife's kids have stayed out of the public eye over the years and have not attended any official engagements. However, this could all change, as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are reportedly planning to bring Archie and Lilibet with them to a major outing next year. Pausing there. Why is it that the world needs to be told now, in July 2024, about the possibility of the children being seen sometime next year? Ordinarily, it'd be pointless to announce that. But here, of course, it's being done by a narcissist who wants relevant media outlets to report on this because it will prompt a reaction now, i.e., she's future faking. She's using a potential future event which may not come to pass for the purposes of asserting control over the readership now and to draw fuel from them now. The article continues by explaining, as Harry and This One's Wife gear up for the Invictus Games, they are considering having their 5-year-old son and 3-year-old daughter come with them to make it a family-focused event. Facade management. An inside source told The Express. Following their successful and whirlwind trip to Nigeria, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are deep in planning mode for the Invictus Games opening ceremony, which will take place in Vancouver, Canada in early 2025. The Sussex has been very involved with the organisational elements of the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler events, and it was very much their idea to make this a family-friendly games, so that those taking part can bring their children along. Wow, what a revolutionary idea! This again demonstrates, of course, the ridiculousness of Harry and this one's wife, whereby they think that taking your children to an event has never been thought of before. Oh, yeah, Megxie, how about we make this family friendly, yeah? Say to people, bring your kids.
Great idea, Harry. We can use the dolls. Yeah.
Most people take their children when they go to events. It's called having a family. But with these two dunderheads, we once again see the short-sighted, bubble-occupying world that they function within. Apparently, next year's opening ceremony will reportedly include a selection of summer and winter sporting events for all ages, and then become an adults-only event, oh yes, for the 550 wounded veterans and serving armed forces who are expected to compete in the 2025 Games. Also, the insider stated that Prince Harry hopes that Prince Archie will follow in his father's footsteps one day and keep the tradition of the Invictus Games going. A patronage will one day be passed to Archie so the foundation be kept within the family. Harry is adamant that the Invictus Games will remain a Sussex initiative, they said. It's not your event to pass around like a chattel, Harry. It doesn't belong to you. You're a patron of it. And it might be that Archie is one also, but it's not up to you that it be kept within your family. It's up to the board of trustees of this foundation. But once again, this demonstrates the arrogance that is exhibited in thinking that it is his possession. We haven't seen the children for quite some time. The fact is that they are being used as tools by this one's wife for the purposes of promising, teasing the possibility of seeing them next year at attending the Invictus Games events, which doesn't need to be announced. We don't actually need to be told that that's a possibility, but because she's a narcissist, she needs to use her own children to triangulate in a future-faking way. Once again, by understanding the way that her narcissism works, you're able to understand why she does the things that she does. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.